we'll all sing him happy birthday later on. So as you guys know, we're playing for the Northern Highlands Cup. If you haven't seen it already, that's already in the bag. But we need to win. Well, not we, but to win the trophy, the inaugural trophy, you need to win 2 out of the 3 events. So we've got 2 men's teams and a women's team playing from each league. To win the trophy, you must win at least 2 of those events. Good luck to everyone playing. We're going to ask for some commentators as well. So if anybody wants to commentate, stick your hand up, volunteer, get up on the mic. It'd be good for our league. I'd like to say thank you to CHPA for making this happen as well. Thanks to Trent for putting up with my shit and helping out so much to organise all this. And Dinesh as well, thank you, fellow Vice President. And I'll hand it over to Trent to finish up and we'll get started.
Cool, so everyone knows the format. Ladies will be 1 match, guys will have 2 matches per player. It'll just be a flip of the coin for the break. Everyone's going to get 2 breaks. For the girls, it'll be flip of the coin as well, so it's 50-50 chance. After your match, as soon as you're finished, obviously shake a player's hand, but get on the table, rack them up, and then you'll be between you. One will umpire, one will main the next thing. It's 30-30 shot clock, not 20-20. So obviously we want to make sure that there's no coaching. Get loud, support your team, but just make sure you're not influencing play. That's why obviously the shot clock and the refs are there. But obviously there's going to be some shots that they're not going to be walking around in between tables. So if you think it's a foul, own up to it. And yeah, let's have a good battle. Men's group 1, men's group 2, and the girls at the back. Middle tables are streamed, so work it out between the captains.
Any disputes of like totals and that second opinion, call the team captain?
Yeah, so there's team captains from each team. Everyone knows who you've got. If you can't figure it out, come to me or Tusha. So approach your captain first if you're not happy with it or want a second opinion. If they can't make a decision or they're unavailable, grab me or Tusha and we'll go from there. Alright, let's have a good day.
Ready, good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Go ladies. Sick ass lady. We might be on the back. We might be outside.
You too.
You're up. Hey, you're up. Hey, guys.
Alright guys, let's get started.
And if you're not playing, obviously jump out. side of the playing area. Side. Nine. I'm not reading.
Shot, Richo. Get out. Nice shot, Danny. It's Shot,
Buddy.
Gone, Trent. Elbows on it. Elbows in pocket. It's not frozen.
No.
Daniel? Stan's watching.
And I love you too. Sweet. So you can hear us? Sweet. So it's Trent and Tusha on commentary. Tusha's not doing much, he's just on his phone texting people. Definitely not what he's going for. So Rick Tomasello's got 2 shots. Now you're on.
support. Big shout out to Mr. Dan Lynch for showing up on his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday, Dan. Sing you happy birthday a bit later on.
21. Shot.
So we've got the Northern Highlands Cup going today. Northern 8-Ball League versus the Central Highlanders Pool Association. Fellow commentator, Mr. Trent Mason.
AKA
So-
no longer secretary.
Say a big hello,
Shot.
Trent.
So Rick's about to go out. He's still got 2 shots. Obviously just rock the corner. Should be straightforward, this one. You got Paul on yellows. It's probably a bit too early to go out. We'll just run this yellow over the pocket.
Luke's got his first frame on the board. Big shout out to Georgia Lou and her team at R8 as well.
Yeah, opening up early. Fully catering for the event. So how many teams you got going at the moment? Northern, Tush?
So we're doing a little bit of restructuring at the moment, bro. And we're actually changing from 2 nights to 1 night.
Yep. So all going to be in 1 division or 2 divisions?
No, well, we're going to run on the Tuesday night and have 1 overall division, but then sort of play top 4 make A grade finals, lower 4 make B grade finals.
Yeah, so separated at the end once the
Separated
results
then,
are. Yeah,
Final
cool.
results. It's been good to have all the support.
It's a good shot by Paul. Covers the pocket, forces him to open up the table.
A smart shot here by Ash would be just to brush off one of the reds. Not
Land up
open
high on the table.
Not free up the yellow or the black. Just
like
like
that.
that. This one's going to be a bit of a tactical battle.
Probably run that centre yellow, open them up a bit since you've got 2 pockets covered. Force Ash to make something happen, as long as nothing goes past that yellow.
Yeah, I'd sort of be playing that yellow that's in the centre of the table into one of the reds or the black.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Kills that red.
That's a good shot. Puts Ash right under the pump. I think Ash really needs to not touch that pack. Maybe give away 2 shots here and run his red over the hole.
Yeah. Start controlling the frame.
That's a good shot there, mate. He needs to get coverage over one of these 2 pockets.
Probably just develop that one over the top left. Oh,
Well,
you
if
can
it was me
see that
playing
one
now, I
behind
think,
the red. That works.
Yeah, he's left him a small gap there. So he's sort of going to start digging himself a hole. He needs to, as well, be careful what he does in his next couple of shots.
Yeah. Rick's on
laying-
reds.
I think just be laying up that top left pocket with the yellow. Definitely wouldn't be going for the fight. He's had a bit of a miscue there.
Bit of hamper queuing. Rick Tomasello's gone in off, part of the red and 2 rows into the centre.
Got Jimmy Narayan at the table now.
I haven't seen much of Ash or Jimmy play.
Well,
They just play Northern.
Look, Jimmy plays on the Tuesday night. He actually plays against me. He plays for the Young Guns.
Yeah.
Quite a handy player. I haven't seen much of Ash play. He plays on the Wednesday night, so I don't really get to see much of him play.
Married life with kids, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Jimmy's definitely looking to run the rack here. If he doesn't, he wants to get coverage over his pocket.
That's not
He
going to
hasn't
help.
quite covered it. He
I'll
wants
just
to be aggressive here.
developing those 2.
No, I don't think
yellows.
so. I think the best shot he can play right now is to cover that bottom left pocket.
on.
Yeah, just cover up the bottom left pocket. I wouldn't be trying to pot this unless he's planning on going out. Things could turn a little bit pear-shaped.
Now he's kind of forced to keep going. If he leaves the white up top end anywhere, Rick can take either pocket. It's a good shot by Paul.
He's fouled there.
Yep.
That's what I was talking about before, Trent. Like, if he just laid up the yellow over the bottom left pocket, he wouldn't have been forced to. He wouldn't have been forced to play any of those shots, you know.
Yeah, he could have just played off it, knowing he's got the bag covered. Shot by Rick.
So now with 2 shots here, Rick can play with a little bit of confidence. I mean, he's run out of position there, but you know, knowing that he's still got his 2.
Well, if you can clip that one near the black, promote it, and land on the one near the bottom right-hand corner, you should be able to go corner, centre, and then black should be on. Depends what angle he's got on it. That's the shot.
It's a good shot there.
Yeah.
He really wants to get coverage over that bottom right-hand pocket now.
Yeah, I would not be playing that centre ball.
I wouldn't be going for game from this visit.
Put the rail ball across.
Well, it all depends. I mean, by looking on screen, the black only goes to the 2 centre pockets
and bottom right.
Maybe the bottom right. That's a good shot.
Well, if he rolls this in and lands on the corner, then it's game.
Rolls this in, rolls the other one in.
Yeah.
Black in the opposite centre. Bit of a tactical battle going on between Paul and Ash, still on the left-hand side of the screen.
Yeah. As long as he cues this well, he should be on that black.
You're playing the big guns, aren't you, Trent?
Yeah. Didn't play last year. Had a wedding and stuff that supposedly is more important. Back in action this year. It's good fun last time.
That's a good shot there by Rick.
See where you're at. You're playing this year?
Yeah, first time in 6 years I'm playing.
Playing elite level?
Yeah, right. I've only just started practicing again after the last 2 weeks.
Well,
that's a good shot by Rick there.
So Rick's taken both of those frames.
It's a good shot. It's a good pot, I should say, by Ash there. I wouldn't say it's a good shot. So,
you really want to get back down to the centre of the table if you're playing that, so you can start, take the centre balls, improve around the black.
I was saying to you, Trent, I've only just started practicing really over the last two to 3 weeks. And one thing I've learned, and I mean, I've been playing this game for a while, but I was always struggling to win.
Yeah.
And one thing I've learned is you can't always look for the out, laying up a good
no one
safety.
went to pull back.
Yeah, no one went to pull back, and I suck at doing that. So I'm no one to give you good advice, but I've definitely learned that over the last couple of weeks. I've had a good couple of races with a few people.
Heard you knocked off Reardon. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, it was a good match. Me and Michael played. I run the final rack to win 11-10. But
nice.
I think between us both, we ended up running maybe 13 or 14 racks for the day.
So you got Steve Brown on the right table coming up versus Guy Mellon. This would definitely be an interesting one.
Yeah, two aggressive players. The guy's only just started playing again.
He's getting back into it. Saying the other night he just wants to get that hunger back, but he's really enjoying pool again.
I say Paul's in a pretty commanding position in this frame at the moment, as long as he doesn't.
I definitely
chop
wouldn't be playing
up.
that yellow over the pocket until you've opened up the centre table. Or you reckon just develop that yellow up the top, or?
Well, I wouldn't be pot.
Well, if it goes centre,
unless that yellow goes to the centre bag.
And if he actually plays the centre, he'll make position on that top ball, but that black's a bit of an issue. And if that yellow's a hard one to pot, could definitely run into some trouble. Yep.
So he's chopped up there and he's going in off. So what I was saying to you before about opening up pockets and playing the percentage shot. The percentage shot there would have maybe just been laying up the top ball over the top right hand pocket or something and leaving the wobble hard up on the top rail. He's got the bottom left pocket covered. He had the bottom right pocket covered. The black's tied up as well.
It's like chess, you're not going to sacrifice before you know that there's a plan to finish it. Make position for the bottom ball, get it out.
It all really depends how he lands.
We played that with drag then.
I think he's landed.
He was trying to land
for
on
the
the centre
centre
ball.
bag. It's a bit hard to tell on camera if that red can open up that pocket.
Mark Laws just nails a massive red on that corner table against Reese and lands fat on the black.
Nice camera work there, Dan.
That's it. Oh, he's
Oh.
drawed it.
Oh,
Oh,
he's just snuck it in, played
that's
it
a
at
bar eight
absolute
pocket
dead
there.
weight. Lucky I ironed the tables before we started playing.
Face cut double to cover the other one, or what are we doing here?
I
You kind
wouldn't
of have to go for it, don't you?
at
Take
this
the centre
stage.
pocket and try to come back into it if you got the angle.
I'll
or
put it this
land
way:
on the double.
I wouldn't be playing that red that's near the black. I'd be maybe playing up a safety and forcing him to open up the bottom right pocket.
Yeah, force him to take that pocket
Because
and
at the
miss
moment-
position, hopefully.
Yeah, at the moment, with the black only goes to 3 pockets. Yeah, that's the right shot, I reckon, personally.
Probably
Because-
left him. He might have a crack at that top ball. I was playing with Paul before we started, and he's definitely willing to play the slow game.
Big
You-
shout out to
you-
the ladies here that
You
are
could
playing.
even also quite easily just run that wide up and give away 2. The reds are definitely not easy.
He's played a good shot
Always
there.
Play that perfect.
Oh, I reckon he's got too much angle to hold for the centre bag.
Do you take the centre bag first and play the thin cut and you'll naturally come down for the black?
Nah, I would be laying up another safety. I would not be going. I think he's going all out here. He's going to have to commit 100%. This is what I was talking to you about before. You go for
Could get
these
lucky here.
big shots. You go for these big shots, and you know, if you miss, you're pretty screwed. I mean, for a lot of these guys, it's their first time playing on camera as well. Adds a little bit of added pressure.
If you're thinking about the camera while you're out there, you're definitely going to be focusing on the wrong thing, and it's not going to help. You just got to forget it's there.
He needs to lay this up real dead weight. That's a good shot there by Ash.
Great shot.
And he just has to concentrate on the pot. Make sure he's got a shot on the black there. I don't think laying up and covering the bag is going to help him.
Well, I wouldn't cover the bag. I'd almost play it half ball and try to land that white behind the yellow, and
You got to make
yeah,
it.
you'd have it.
Looks like he's jacking up and
He's-
screwing back.
Cue it back nicely.
He's tried it. It's not a bad result. I mean, he's left him Chinese snookered.
I reckon that's enough as well. See our guy cues today. He'll have a chuckle to himself when I tell everyone that he can't cue on my table for some reason, which is very similar to these. So put him on these tables and he gets excited. I'm going to call his shot here, yellow off the red into the bottom left-hand corner for Guy.
Oh, he's gone in off.
That's stiff. Yeah,
Ash has got 2 shots to clear up the table here with.
I think
He's
he'll,
gone for the thinnest cut in the world, guys.
I would definitely, if I was Ash, be playing this just off centre on a relatively straight just to come back up the table and an easy black in. If you try to angle, you risk missing the pot, or
No such thing as an easy black.
if you land centre table
Oh,
in line with that red over the centre pocket,
I think that's the biggest mistake anyone makes. Everyone goes, oh, you've got an easy black. Black's
you
not-
don't think that when you shot.
I think he just has to cue this in. That's a good pace he's played it at. And he's got a little bit lucky with the kiss there.
All
Yeah,
comes
do you-
down to this shot. You just want to put it in, don't you? If you go the double,
Does he go
with
the
wrist,
soft double? Yeah, he's gone the right shot there, I reckon.
unless it's a draw.
And that's absolutely fat.
Well,
And we're talking about easy blacks. Even these aren't easy. Missed cue or
Nice.
something. Well done, Ash. Well played there. A bit unlucky for Paul.
definitely a
Yeah.
battle.
As I was saying to you earlier on as well, he had early control of the table, sort of relinquished it by potting balls that were over, keeping him in the game.
Yeah. So you got Brownie on reds. He's definitely probably feeling confident where that yellow is. There's no real easy way to open that up. You'll be improving that one on the left rail as soon as you get a chance. But
Played with Steve Brown over the years, and definitely he's a very aggressive player. Definitely can play.
He also knows how to slow down when it's a team event, though. Knows when to play the right shots. I'll just be running this left red up the rail.
Yeah, definitely play the rail ball there.
Yeah.
He's got other plans.
If he nails this, it's a risk involved.
Missed that by at least 6 inches. So what do you do here if you're a guy? Play the rail ball?
Don't really have a choice, do you? Play the rail ball, and being that close to the rail, you can't really hold to
He's got a thin safety on. On camera, it looks really thin.
He could play centre yellow to the left corner. I'd be using that one, though, to open up my black, if you can hold for it.
Well, that's what I was talking about, the thin safety that he's got on to land behind the yellow and black here. And I think that's what he's looked at, yep.
Yeah, just develop.
And that has worked out absolutely fat because his other red does not go to that centre pocket.
Brownie, just nick off that centre right red and try to leave it up top centre, top rail.
Yeah, but in doing that, he's going to be killing his ball as well.
Yeah, you play it pretty firm, come out to the centre of the table, hit it pretty full. You don't want to go near that top pocket.
Yeah, so he's jacking up. I think he's worried about going in off here. And has he had a result?
It could definitely be a
He's
result.
had a great result.
A lot of people would turn around and say that he gets lucky with stuff like that, but I've played with him enough times to know that he puts the white where he means it. That's a great shot.
Good shot from Paul there.
And this sneaks underneath.
Do you reckon he'll be playing this in the left bag or the right bag?
So if you go right bag, you risk landing awkward behind that red or hit in the red. If you go left bag, you naturally should come up behind that black, you'd think.
I think he's going to go right bag and come off 2 rails, land for the black in the centre
You have
bag.
to play this with deep screw to come off without, I reckon that.
No,
There's a bit of that screw.
absolutely chop that up. If I was Ash, I'd be playing the rail ball.
Yeah, I'd actually be
just
going
land
for
it,
just
go for a
doubling it. I'd double it over to the other side. There's no point cutting it. You know,
I'd cut it and land the white behind those 2 reds.
I can just play it
land up for a
flat.
snooker. And he's tried it. He's tried it. And
See,
I think
but
he's,
you-
I think he's left him a gap.
If you go for the dead straight, you land safe on the rail. And you're always going to be fat behind those reds for the snooker. I don't know about you, but I don't like putting 4 balls in one pocket.
We won't get into that one. I think he's left him a gap here.
Yeah, it's definitely a gap there.
Good
It's in.
shot.
Great
That was a
shot.
Great shot. So you guys,
That's why you don't give him a sniff. That's why you don't do the rail ball, like Tisha said.
well, if you laid up the snooker, then he would have been. pretty
This
much
ball
scored
here,
again.
this ball here is quite thin. If you just play it natural,
I reckon he goes in off the red.
nah.
I'm calling it now.
If you play this with centre, then you're in off
He's
of the
going in
red.
off in the right hand side,
I'll play
middle
this with
pocket, off the red. If he plays his plain ball.
Plain ball or centre. I reckon he plays that with top.
Oh, and he's chopped it up.
Classic. I put Brownie on the out here every day. He will just put somewhere near the centre
You
and
reckon
roll
he's
it
gonna
in.
punch this?
Yeah.
He's screwing back.
Yeah, but not far. Just to there.
Missed that by 10 inches.
Oh, this is.
Guy needs to play the ball behind the black.
Oh, guy's got this. Left
Just roll it
yellow,
up.
cross, centre, and then black.
Would you not try and guarantee yourself the frame there and just roll this over the pocket?
Nah.
Leave himself behind the black? Just
No,
like,
he missed that. No. I played Jamo. long time ago. And if I left him on a double like this, he would tell me that it was terrible. And
Yeah,
that
Steve
he would just-
Jefferson's a freak that just makes me want to throw up in my mouth.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Brandy's better than at harder shots than easy shots sometimes. He loves this stuff. He's got full ball here. This is in. Oh,
Guy needs to punish him now. Ash is starting to run out of options here.
he's still got the safety of the black there.
Yeah, he needs to make a decision where he's going to go for the out. So he can't even leave himself on the bottom half of the table anymore because he's got a big pocket down the top end where the black
So
goes.
if you the top left-hand corner, the back red, if you play that half ball, so it doubles out, you can actually play for a snooker without actually trying to pot the ball. It's gone for it. Does it cut or does it go for the double? You
If
go
that- if that-
center corner center here on guys' table.
How do I play this? The bottom left pocket would be the last ball I played. So I'd play centre bag, I'd play the corner pocket. He's promoted the black nicely, so
Great shot.
I'll just be rolling this in. Exactly off that, mate. Good shooting, guys. No one head takes the first frame. We've got
So,
the ladies here as well of CHPA and Northern League.
Yeah, it's good to get them involved. They're definitely there every week when we play our nights. We play Wednesday night. Tusha comes down for a hit every now and then.
Yeah, when I need to fill in, I come and chop you out, Trent.
Guy's done a dry break. And he is spewing. And Paul's got... You definitely can take the black to the centre here. One shot, you always take the shortest line. It's the biggest pocket from where he is.
Yeah, definitely be going centre bag. Yeah, I wouldn't risk anything else. I don't think there's any chance of him going in off the weight playing that hard.
Great shot.
That's a good shot by Paul.
Well done, Paul. And the crowd goes wild. Three
Ash,
people smiled.
Ash had his chances there. He definitely should have punished him. The decisions you got to make when you're playing.
On the far left table, out of action, out of camera, but you've got Sean Millard playing Jabor. I'll tell you what, that's definitely going to be a good match. Sean's only just started playing in our league, and I'll be very surprised if he's not in our top 5 to top 10 players next season. It's one Division 1 Country Cup All-Star.
Yeah, right.
Definitely can play. Loves the snooker table.
That's a huge double by Brownie there. Full table double. Full table length double. What preparation have you done for big guns?
Against the wife, but a lot of bull. I guess probably one of the main things that's really helped my game is
Guys just gone in off there.
I think Jabor's done the same. Jabor's just fouled. Jacob's called the foul, and Sean 2 shots. But I've been playing Bendigo.
Yep.
Went up playing Bendigo, did one up there. And boys up there can definitely play, so definitely a challenge. And then every time I get a chance, there's a race somewhere. Michael Milton.
So on the left-hand side of the screen, you got
Kent.
Michael Milton.
Just do wheels. Yeah.
And you got
Kent number
playing.
7. So Kent.
I haven't seen too much of Kent play either. He plays on Wednesday night. I think
You got a good league when
for,
you got players making these teams by qualifying and you don't know who they are. You got a lot of depth.
Yeah, I mean, look, we tried to do the qualifying process as fairly as possible.
Yeah.
So I had a qualifying day that we held here at Bar 8.
Georgia opened up early for you.
Yeah, once again, Georgia opened up early for us and helped us out. She's been very supportive and helped out a fair bit. So Brownie's just going to lay up his safety here. Don't know how well that's worked out for him, but
It's limited to his options. He's not opening up those 2 balls, which Guy would be thinking about immediately. And Brownie's put himself on the out. I'm assuming Reese has done a nice snooker on table 15 over there to get a clap. Lawsy's walked up to the table.
he's
That's a
hard
great
up
shot by
against the
Wheels.
black with a red cover in the pocket.
Wheels has covered the left pocket and covered the top corner pocket in one shot. Definitely went for the bottom left, but that's huge. Kent probably going to try to open up the pocket or take it. No, takes the pocket.
I still think that's the right shot to play from here. I mean, he's got... I honestly don't think he's going out on these 2 visits. Guys are a little bit Chinese snookered here.
So with 2 shots, Wheels, I reckon, has gone the right way.
I think he's going to play this inside the bottom
100%.
left pocket.
And if you can find a way through those 2 yellows on the corner,
Well, he got the natural angle to come through them.
yeah.
Well, it depends what he wants to do. If he's gonna go for game, then he's gonna pop this.
Nah, Wheels doesn't. Wheels very smart, tactical player. He'll probably just run a red onto that red now.
And just promote it a little bit further, get better coverage
Yeah.
on the pocket.
Because while he's got those 2 yellows around that red on the side, there you go. Guy's just played his ball onto Brownie's ball to kill it over near his 2 dead reds.
Not too sure who won that game.
Reese.
I think Reese got up on that frame.
So 1-1 to Reese and Mark Laws. Every chance I got to say it, Mark Laws plays for CHBA and decided to represent the wrong side. I mean, Northern today.
Yeah, I don't think he really had a choice in that matter. He's played with me for almost the best part of 16 years. Yeah, me and Mark actually, we have almost played together for 16 years. We started out together at Breakers.
His daughter's 16 now. So before or after the first one? Well, only one.
Well, he's only got one.
Yeah. Well, there you go. But before or after is the question.
Yeah, almost there. It'd be close to, because I still remember Mark's daughter when she was 4 years old. She used to play on walk around with a crate. And yeah, kids grow up too quickly these days.
I think he was not going for that. I'm pretty sure that's a
played a
foul. I think he was
super-
playing to play
super
his yellow
aggressive
onto
shot
the yellow. Oh, no, that was Wheels.
This guy's going for game here. He's got a terrible kiss.
He's on reds, isn't he?
If he can see centre bag, then he'll still try and go for game.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Very risky, because if he misses this at all, Brownie's definitely going to go for it.
yeah, he's missed it. And he's promoted the black into the centre of the table as well, which is not going to help his cause.
Definitely does not help. So Brownie will punch this in and try to come back to...
Do you reckon he'll screw this, or will you just try and come around the rails?
Depends on how you're queuing. Sometimes I will like one shot better than another based on how I'm queuing that day.
Yeah.
But
He's
he'll
landed a little
definitely...
bit fortunate that he's got the right angle there, because he's landed hard up on the rail.
Yeah, he'll just run through and land on an easy black tush.
No such thing as easy blacks.
Here's one for you. You can play this with top and not hit the red quite easily. You can play this with bottom. There you go. Brownie's gone bottom. Bang.
Bang.
That's the level that we've got. So
you reckon for these guys, like playing on camera for the first time, adds any pressure at all?
To be honest, there's some people that love pressure and some people that it affects negatively. I think Brownie's someone who doesn't really crumble. If anything, he likes it the more people are watching, where there are some people thinking, oh, is this the right shot and what's everyone going to think? So
Ken's played a good containing shot there. He's now he's got full control of the game. Michael's just going to open up.
Steve, what the second one?
I think Kent needed to take a little bit more time just on that particular first shot. He's got 2 shots here now. I think he just needed to take a little bit more time and work out a plan of attack.
I just realised I down my
Definitely
phone.
does not want to leave that ball on the rail for last.
To me, that's the time where you just cover the pocket and you play smart because you already had the.
Well, now he's just going to run this across the table and hope that he doesn't pot the ball. He's just going to get coverage on the bottom left pocket. Yes.
That's not. I
don't like that shot.
Because now, if Wheels opens up this red near his yellow, all of a sudden Kent has to go game. On this table, you have Dakota Cook. Loves the camera. So next one. And Dakota.
He's knocked in a red.
Versus Dinesh Patel. So you got the. Where's Dakota, Vice President, yours?
Yeah, so Dakota's
Vice President versus the President of ours.
Kent could not be thinking of going game right now. He needs to cover his bottom left pocket. Needs to just lay up and get a little bit of coverage.
He's going to go off the red and try to pump it.
I think
the way he's feathering, he looks like he's trying to make position. All you do here is play off that red and try to just take the pocket.
Even if you play this dead straight into the rail and just get any sort of coverage. Just like that. That is a great shot. And just puts the pressure back on your opponent.
So where that yellow is, we're just going to double this back over and say, if you don't go game, I will. And he loves the pressure. He's got to take this corner pocket first, I reckon. I don't reckon he can go past that black, but...
Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell. So I think Dakota potted a red first and nominated to go yellows.
Which would make it open table?
I'm
not a fan. You got a face cut here, but you're definitely going to lose the wire. And if you run it down...
I'd be running it down.
Yeah. Tough shot.
Dead weight.
That's why.
Yeah.
You miss, you lose. It's not always that plain simple, but what do you do here? Bottom right and land on top corner? Or use that centre ball to get up there?
Well,
That's a great shot.
Found the gap. Just found the perfect gap.
Tush's vocabulary, that would be large.
Definitely. That was definitely a large position.
And he's actually got a decent angle to screw. Try to come straight down the table.
I don't think he's screwing back.
Brownie.
A foot or so. He's opted just to get a shot on the red rather than trying to get position. I mean, he was hampered playing with the rest. I'm a terrible rest player. I cannot play with the rest whatsoever.
Here, if you can roll this in and get behind the black for the black to the right centre, then it's a safety at the same time. And he's nailed it. Yeah, he's playing really well.
You just got to be careful. You just got to be careful he does not go in off here.
Yeah, he plays with...
Oh.
See, the angle is left in.
White.
If he plays it firm to make position for the black, then if you miss, you lose. But if you get it, you win. I've seen him practice, and I reckon he's going to play that like that. Yeah, that's the risk in it. Wheels will play this just off centre, so he misses the in-off and should be frame.
There you go, the chance to go now in off here.
Yeah. It's always a chance.
Yeah. Very risky. I might hand over some commentary to Steve O'Brien. I'm just going to go have a smoke. I'll speak to you guys later.
I'm going to jump off just because I'm up next. So we're going to go get ready. Here we go. Who we got playing? So Wheels is finished. I believe it's Dinesh and Dakota. Oh, this is a tough match. Dakota's been playing well the last couple of weeks, so it'll be interesting to see what he does here. Well, he has 2 shots. Nice little safety shot. Dinesh is just developing a ball. Hopefully that wasn't frozen. Nice little run through, should put Dakota on a pot out. Skew the ball nicely, should be fine. Maybe a bit short from where he wanted to be, but should be able to knock this in. Try and get a in-over snooker here, maybe. Force an error, he's got the pot. Wheels will be looking at some sort of bump out on these reds. Can't really see it at the moment. He won't be able to do it with this shot, I don't believe. He might just roll this in and play a tap snooker behind the red, or he's going to cover. That's fine.
It's a very, very smart shot. Dinesha's in a bit of strife here. He's on reds. I mean, if you can get a nice flick off the red and hide the white somewhere and try and force him to open up that pocket. Oh, he has struck the ball. No. I believe the black goes centre from there, so it should be a fairly easy out there. He's cued that really nicely and he should drop this in. Nice finish by Dakota, good positional shot on the black. He's tried to hide the white there and it's come short, which may give a double opportunity here to open up the gap. There it is, and Wills should be licking his lips right now because he is very capable of cleaning this table up right now, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. It doesn't look like he has to do too much to the white. I mean, if this goes centre, which I reckon he'll look at first, this is the key ball, but that's a beautiful shot by Wills. He'd be happy with that. It's perfect. It's been queuing really well lately and it is showing at the moment. Okay, so he's playing a bit safe, which is not a bad thing. He really wants to win for the team, so he's playing his part well. I believe if he gets a clean shot next visit, he should pot out. See what happens here. I don't believe he's going to get a clean shot. That's a nice little safety. I actually like this shot. If he's made a gap, that's a bit stiff. But if he's only got that top ball, I reckon that's a tough one to land directly on that bottom yellow. You want to come between the yellow and the black. I reckon that's the closest route. And he's done that. That is a great shot. He's probably hit it. Oh, he's hit it perfect. What a shot. Oh, he hasn't underhit it. He's overhit it, which is it's a crucial error at this time of the game. Like, he misses this, he just hasn't missed it. He's made a nice double. That was huge. What round are we on? Two. So he's not even in round 2. Thanks, mate. Oh, I got it right. Hey, it's Trent Mason playing on it. So it'll be with him, yeah.
Still going? Hey guys, I'm back. Got Fu playing Ash and Dakota and Dinesh. VP versus President. Alright, I gotta go. I'm up again.
30 seconds.
Oh, sorry, yellow.
Second visit. Seconds.
Percentages, mate.
All right, I've been called up to play, come back. I just played Rick Tomasello, and unfortunately Rick fouled off his break. Gave me 2 shots. I ended up winning that frame off my 2 visits. And then I ran the second rack and chopped up, and Mr. Blakey ended up winning that. So I went 1-1 with Rick. But we got some running scores. So men's 1, we've got 11-5 up the Northern. Men's 2, we got 12-6 up the Northern. And the women's are 6-all. So for you guys that are just tuning in now, I'll just explain to you what's happening today. We've got the Northern Highlands Cup for 2019. To actually win the inaugural trophy, you need to win 2 of the 3 events. So that means either the 2 men's teams need to win, or 1 women's team and 1 men's team from either league. We've got Central Highlanders Pool Association and Northern April League playing. On screen there for a moment, we just had the ladies playing. We've got Fulham against Ash Pecan and Dakota Cook versus Daniel Solange. I think that's it. Jay. So I'm just trying to work out who's on what. Work it out in a second. I think on the left-hand side of your screen we've got Ash, who's on yellow, possibly. And he's been tied up a little bit with Fu. He's got that ball out nicely, assuming he's got 2 visits. Unless he's planning on going game here, could be in a lot of trouble. And on the right-hand side, we've got Daniel, who's lining up for a tough red down the rail. Can only assume by the way he's going to play it, he's going to be bat on the black for a double, but he's chopped it up. Ash is going for a big shot here. He's got the extraction, looking good. Just needs to roll this one into the centre bag, and then he's got the 2 over the corner, right-hand corner pocket. He's looking good with 1 shot. Played it beautifully there, mate. Just needs to roll this one up. Dakota's just laid up a snooker. We've got Trent Mason on his 2nd beer now. Going to join us for commentary. Just chopped Jace out of commentary. And Daniel's just giving away 2 shots. There we are. Ash has still got the 1 visit remaining. He's looking in good position here.
Oh, Danny versus Dakota.
Dakota's got 2 shots now.
Yeah, I'll back Danny here every day.
Ash just wants to make sure he doesn't get in off here.
And he's gone net off.
Oh, he's landed almost flat.
That's what they call plum, mate. Plum.
Hey, we were talking earlier about easy blacks. So so I'll just give you a heads up what I just did. So,
I heard about that.
Yeah,
Straight
I played Rick Tomasello, and he foul broke on the first frame. I run the rack, and then
Do you just
I
want to say
broke.
that you're on the rack?
No. Well, I broke on
I ran
those.
the rack. You ran the rack.
I broke on the 2nd frame. Anyway, I run the rack all the way to the black, and straight black.
Yeah.
Chopped it up.
Nice. Did you lose?
I did lose, yes.
You deserve
Exactly.
to lose.
Exactly. My black is very similar to what Dakota's got on the screen at the moment with his white and black, but mine was a bit more straighter, and I chopped it up like you couldn't believe.
Nah, Ashley got that one.
Ash got that. So
And Fu got the first one, so that should be 1-1 to them.
he just wants to make sure he hasn't got a shirt foul at the moment. He's
that's wide enough. He's
gone in off. He's going to be upset with himself for that.
Everyone just watch the cue here because there's a good chance it could snap. Or
Or it
just
could
bought
go-
a new cue.
could
It's
go
definitely
flying.
going to snap that one. You might snap the other one. See that one over the back? Yeah. It's a Peridot cue. He's gone from an 8-point-something mil tip to a 7.7 mil tip,
I
which
just think
makes him
that's
the most
way more.
Oh, you'd have to be the most accurate cueist in the world.
Yeah.
What size do you play with? Well, the tip. Your cue's
Well,
totally different to
yeah.
the tip size.
So I play with a maple cue made by Remo.
Ooh, that's not good, but that cuts it.
So my actual ferrule size is 8.7 mil,
But you put 10
but
mil on.
I put I think it's like a 9.3 or something. I've always played with an overhanging tip.
Oh,
It's a nice shot from Danny there. He's,
Danny Solar is one of the most underrated players outside of our league, but inside of our league, one of the highest regarded, for sure.
I haven't had much to do with Danny. I haven't really played him much.
I think
He
his
seems like he
title would
plays
be
solid.
Mr. Consistency.
Yeah, he seems like he plays a solid pool. Plays all the
Yeah.
percentages. We got
And for someone with
Jabbar.
the table, with this table, you can't even queue in every rail, so it's a small room.
Got Jabbar playing at the moment on the left-hand side of the screen.
I played Richard before. Smacked me 2-zip, but mate, he had some large shots.
Not too sure if you're aware. I've got a bit of a running tally here on scores, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah. So for you guys that
Just so everyone knows,
tuned
it's
in.
written on its hand.
Yeah, it's
Black pen.
Black
Doesn't
pen
really,
on-
you can't really read it.
dark chocolate brown skin. So we got these obviously changed since the last round, but it's 11-5 onto the north,
Yeah.
6-12 on the north. Jabor's just gone for a haymaker, and
That's
giving
large.
away
I think it
two.
was total.
The women actually is a 6-all.
Oh, that's a foul. Yeah, I'll tell you what, both sets of women can play, and I know the CHBA girls are super excited to be having a crack and being a part of it, so they could definitely be the deciding factors today.
And I believe we've got Jimmy Narayan and Steve-O Brown. This would be a good
Yeah.
match. So Jimmy's opted to go on red after Steve-O fouled on
Did
his
he foul?
break. He fouled on
went
his
in off.
break, just went in off.
So
So he's only got
one
one
visit.
visit.
I think we've just gone back to no one really reffing because I think the games are flowing, everyone's playing well, everyone's honest.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to get to earlier, but you were pretty adamant.
You got to start that way because if you don't set the tone,
Look, I had a bit of a chat with everyone before we started, and I said, listen, we weren't
be
going to
shit.
have refs, and if you fail, make sure you're honest about it, but rather you lose,
lose a
And-
frame and be
honest. I mean, this is what today's all about. It's to, a lot of people don't know about the Central Highlanders League, and a lot of people don't know about the North League. So that was what, one of the reasons why we're holding today, just to show.
It's quite hard though when you've got potentially three to four of your players that are when they're playing in our league as well, not claiming or anything, but when they're playing both leagues, they're probably in our top 5 to 10 players. We could have them play half today in your shirt,
We could,
and we
could.
could all go get their Central Highlands Country Cup shirts and use that for the second half, and they could play themselves.
Oh, look, I mean, if we're going to really look at that, I mean, how many? I'm not too sure how many of the players actually play in the Central Highlanders League.
We got about 110 players.
No, I'm talking about like that are playing today. How many of the players actually?
Oh, we got Lawsy.
Yeah, well, you can't claim.
Dakota's
you
coming across.
cannot
We're
claim.
still in-
You cannot claim.
No,
on
we're not
Aussie.
claiming him, but I'm saying when he comes into our league, he'd be in the top 5 players anyway. Dakota's coming across. You play Reardon's back, and you say that we can't claim him. Reardon's played more seasons with us than Northern.
Oh no! Look, I mean, that's a massive cut that Jimmy's displayed.
Brownie, I'm going to call it.
You reckon Brandon's going game for me?
Depends. If that yellow goes between the red, which he's checking now, then it goes. He doesn't like the look of it, so he needs to get on that early and run that across. I reckon he'll try to play for it now. Yep.
It's a good shot there by Brownie.
Me and Brownie played our doubles champs.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys had that in your league, but on the winter grand final we do a champs during the season.
Yep.
And then the top 2 play before the grand final starts. Bit
Yeah,
of an
right.
event, and you pay $5 entry and you win a little bit of cash to make it a bit of a laugh. But that's a nice.
Look, like I said to you, I have played in the Central Highlanders League, and I do have to say it is one of the best run leagues that I've ever been a part of. Hats off to you guys for the way you structure it and the way you run it. It's really well organised, really well run. I suppose that's why...
It's quite funny because it's been running like that for 20, 30 years or however long it's been running. I've
That's what
only
I
been a
was
part
saying
of
to
it
you,
for 5 years, but
that's what I was
it's
saying
been
to you.
running the same from day one. Nothing changes. It changes and it goes back.
30 seconds.
He set himself up for the cut here. If he gets this, he's good.
Jabor's just tried to tie up the black there. I'm not too sure how much coverage he's actually got on it.
Well, if
It's a nice shot by Brownie. I'm not too sure if the yellow does go past the black. I can only assume so.
Brownie sees something totally different here. He'll play this. There you go.
No, he's just
Run
going
it
to
straight
roll
up.
this in.
Run it up, and the black to the bottom right hand.
You reckon he's going to stun back? I'd be stunning this back.
No, he'll just roll into that red.
Oh. I think he tried to caress this. Jimmy's just going to run this over the hole. Make sure. Oh, he's.
Does that mean you want to talk?
Might be alright. He might be alright here. He's got to worry about not going in off here.
No, he's
going to lay up a safety. Yeah, good percentage shot there.
Yes, Krishna. Thank you for inviting me to have a few words with you. Some good games so far.
Yeah, the games have been good.
First of all, Krishna, thanks for making this happen. Krishna and Frank, great work by you guys.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
That way, to the back.
Definitely has been a work in progress for probably the last 4 months. A lot of people have helped. That's a great shot by Brownie. That's an absolutely awesome shot. He's got out of a snooker and he's laid back another snooker. And he's opened up his ball so it's potable. Jimmy's got to be careful here that he doesn't leave him on. Getting back to what I was saying, Dinesh, it's a lot of people have helped make today happen. Obviously, events like today can't be done by one single person. I've put a lot of my own time into this, obviously, but yeah, I mean, Trent's helped heaps. Yourself organising the trophy.
Yeah, it's quite.
That's a great reply by Jimmy, but I think he's left him on.
I think Steve will back himself and go for this shot. Suppose he has to.
He's going to be worried that it doesn't catch it fat or it doesn't catch it thick and going off. He's caught it fat. I think it might have been in the back of his mind that he may have had run a risk of going in off there. I think he has to get out for the black.
Yeah, that's a great
shot by Jimmy there.
Yeah.
And he'll just roll this in dead weight. Make sure he doesn't go underneath the yellow and going off here. Looks like he's cutting it back in. He's going to go under the yellow.
Yes, good.
I did make that call. At least I got one good call for the day.
Yeah. So yeah, Tusha, going back to the two leagues, the leagues, Central Highlands are pretty well set up in the structure and the way they do things. So yeah, but there's always things to do. Like I'm a great believer in making changes, doing better things rather than staying in the same time zone. It's important that we have to move on with time.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Jabor's just played a nice, aggressive shot there, and that is a good reply from Paul. I think knowing Jabor, and I've played with him a fair bit, I reckon he's going to take this on. He's going to catch this nice and thin, get himself back up the table. He's caught it fat, and he hasn't landed where he wanted to.
Yes, that's unfortunate.
Best shot he could play right now is probably just to lay up on top of the black and just push it onto the rail. But once again, knowing Jabor, I think he may go for the big double. I think he's in two minds getting down on this. He's gone for the big double, and I think I reckon he's left him on for a double here.
Nice double over there.
So Jimmy ended up winning that last frame on the right-hand side of your screen. I think these two players are very evenly matched. Look, Dinesh, I hope this becomes a yearly thing. I think it's an awesome event to showcase the players that we have in our two leagues. It's also a good team building environment for leagues. He's going to leave him long.
He just didn't hit it hard enough.
So shots like that, Trent, I think you really need to punch him in. You can't be half-hearted playing it.
Yep.
But also when you play a little bit further into the rail, it straightens up the white ball a bit. I think Jabor's going to punch this in and chop it up.
It's still falling his way. Like it's not.
So here's the catch-22. Do you play safe on this or play it really thin, run the risk of going in off? You reckon he's gonna cut this back in the centre back?
I don't think so on that one. I think he probably go for double on this centre pocket here on the left side.
By the way he was lining that up, I think he's there looking
Maybe.
to cut it back in, but
Yeah.
this is what I was talking about. He's going to go in off.
Yeah, Tushar. So yeah, I hope we continue with this league. I think it's a good Canuck today, and I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I think we got a few people down to support as well. I mean, we've got overall, I think we have 42 players playing in today. That's a good shot there by Jabbar.
Yep.
He's got his second visit, and he's going to end up winning and getting the biscuits. Yeah, so we've got 42 players playing today, which is good for business for Bar 8 as well. But it's good for our two leagues to have their people representing them.
Yes.
Also, I think we've got a few spectators that have come down as well, which is nice.
That's true. I suppose once they hear about this league and how well it was run today, and just the atmosphere, I feel there's a lot of coziness between the two teams. They're mixing well, and that was, I think, one of the reasons. I mean, as much as they're very competitive, they're also friendly, and I suppose most of them know each other.
Yeah. Well, look, Dinesh, when I originally had the idea of running an event like today, there was a specific reason why I chose CHPA. One being I'd played with you guys and seen how well the CHPA organisation run things. And I think when I decided to have today running, I knew that it was going to be a very simple process because you guys are so accommodating. And it wasn't going to be, an argument or a debate on how things are going to be run. I just think everything went really smoothly. Trent was awesome to help out to get today up and running, and as well as yourself stepping in and helping out. George has been very accommodating to, get today to happen. As I mentioned earlier, today's Dan Lynch's birthday, so he's come down out of his own time to help out today. So I've got nothing but praise for Dan. The work that he does for the sport itself is awesome.
That's great. I think it's a happy birthday, Dan, and thanks to both Georgia and Dan. But you are quite right. I think Trent was very instrumental in getting this all up and running. So I'm very happy with that. And I believe the players, as they grow into this annual event, they'll appreciate more, and probably we can do a lot more. I'm pretty big on making changes as we go along, because it's not really good to be living in that one small square as we go along. There's always things to do. There's always things to improvise in how we do things and keep the players happy.
Jimmy's just played a massive shot, an absolute massive shot. You got to have brass ones to play something like that.
Yes. It's a great shot, that one.
Look, I mean, it's the scoreline is starting to blow out a little bit. I'm really hoping that today's event goes the full Monty and goes all the way down to the wire. I don't have a current running tally, but I'd like to see it go all the way, keep it nice and close.